Okay, so I've shared with you a few documents that will be really the hub of this process. Essentially, what you'll be doing is processing requests from campus faculty who want an eCompanion course shell for their on-campus courses. And they do that, or they submit that request by filling out this Google form, which is available on the Outreach School website. So they type in their name, their UWIL email address here, their telephone number, which is just for us to have. They give us their course prefix, course number, section, a title that we can search later. They select the term that they're looking for this course to be in, and they give us a CRN. Now, they can give us multiple CRNs if they're, say they're teaching sections 1 and 10 and 12.
Okay. Do you know what a CRN is?
Yeah, that's what students need to register
Yeah,
class.
it's basically the unique number of every
Each class.
Okay.
So they give us a CRN, and if they want multiple courses to be combined in one shell, we can do that through this by adding these optionals. So, and it doesn't have to be even the same course. I could say I want to teach English 1010 and Biology 1010, and I want them to be in the same course shell. I don't know why you want to do that, but if you do, we process that by taking those in here. We ask them how many students are going to be enrolled, how many credit hours, and then we ask them what the purpose of the course shell. These last three questions are just for our information. We tell them we can't copy. They hit submit, and they get a confirmation screen that says we've got your information.
Okay.
And now let me show you where that data goes. It goes here to the Campus eCompanion website request form. Now if you open this, you can see all of that information. So let's scroll down to the bottom here. And if we scroll down, it looks like 493 is where we are at now. And we can see that here's Margaret Cooney. She submitted a request, and what this Google Doc does is it says, okay, this is Margaret Cooney. We'll go ahead and send her an email that tells her that her request has been received.
Received.
And, oh, do you know what? Let's see here. Let me just add this real quick. I'm going to add this email box here so that you can see what that request looks like.
Okay.
Let me just pause Camtasia while I figure this out. Pause. This is the email that Margaret would get back, and it says, "Dear Margaret, this is an automated email, of course, your request for," and it pulls in that information they submitted. So for EDEC 3210 and section 10, course title, and then it very importantly gives them the term.
Okay.
And then down here it says, we've listed below the CRNs you submitted. If those are incorrect, please let us know, and we give them the CRNs here.
Okay.
You'll receive additional email when your course shell has been created and is ready to use. Please direct all inquiries to us at this email address. Do not reply to this email.
Okay.
So at this point, they submitted the request. We've got the request. They've got confirmation of that request. And we take this information here, and our ultimate goal is to get it to look like, let's see, let's go to the archive here, is to look like this. Now, eCollege requires that we submit to them these course shell bulk creation requests in a very specific format with a specified number of columns, and then the data in each column has to match their rules. So essentially the stuff that we're concerned with are the term codes, which correspond to the term they're teaching, so fall or spring 2012 or summer. The course code, which can't contain any spaces, which is just the prefix and the number pushed together, no spaces. The display course code, which is what students see. The section number, title, and then of course these are credit classes. They ask for the number of credit hours, we give them that. And then the call number. Now this call number in eCollege is similar to the CRN number that Banner has, with a couple of prefixes that this form adds to it. So it goes first by year, academic year that is, and then by term. So in this case, it says 2013. Well, let me go backwards. So the CRN for this course is 21222.
Okay.
Now this is going to be a, let's see, I think this is spring. Is that right? 20 is 20 spring. It goes summer, fall. Oh no, I'm sorry. So it says spring. Is it? Yeah. Or is it fall? Because it's 20.
No, it's fall was 2013, 10. Spring is 2013, 20, summer.
Okay.
All right, let me just double check that I have that programmed
So
right.
This fall semester, even though it's in 2013, will
Yeah.
be 2014, 10.
Oh, okay.
Right. Okay.
It's the 2014 academic year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a banner craziness.
Yeah. Let's go back here to that MCU archive. So this says it's 2013.
Mhm.
That's the academic year, and term code is 20, so that's spring,
Mhm.
and then the CRN number. So our form compiles that information for us, so we don't have to deal with that,
Okay.
and it will do it for multiple CRNs. So if they submit a CRN for section 1 and a CRN for section 2, you can see that here's the CRN for section 2, and it's already been assembled for you.
Okay.
As we scroll over, all of these fields are pre-filled out for us, so we don't have to worry about that. So what this spreadsheet does, is we take this data that we get here,
Mm-hmm.
that is submitted by instructors,
Mhm.
it fills into this usable data sheet,
Mhm.
which then compiles. So, for example, this is if A470 equals fall 2012, then it's the term code is going to be 2013-10.
Okay.
If it's spring, it's 2013-20. If it's summer, it's 2013-30. If it's fall, it's 2013 or 2014-10, etc., etc. And then over here, it combines that information together. It takes a display code and says, add these two together, make sure they're uppercase. Then for the display course code, it adds those together with spaces. Same with the section number. And then with the title, it just takes their course title, adds their username or their
Mhm.
teacher name in parentheses.
Okay.
And then over here, we take their email address and just separate it out by the @ sign so that we have that instructor's record. And I'll tell you why that's important in a second. So what happens is that you take this MCU downloadable sheet, and right now this is blank, but when there are requests in the queue, they'll be lined up here.
Mhm.
You take this and you download this. So you'll file download as, and then you download this as a plain text file.
Okay.
I believe that's right. Yes. Now, we have to give this to eCollege in a specific format, so we have to actually change the extension on that, but that's pretty easy to do, and I'll show you what we do with that then. So then, say we have 10 course requests in that document.
Yeah.
So we're going to take that document and give it to eCollege, so you'll log in with your user credentials that Larry will give to you. Let's see if I can remember mine today. You'll click on Administrative Pages, and then you're going to go over to, under Course Creation, we're going to scroll down to Multiple Course Upload, MCU Upload, or MCU. And we're going to browse out to that file. Now, we can't upload that yet. And the reason we can't upload it yet is we need to change the file extension
To
and I'll show you here. It's going to be a TXT file.
TXT. Okay.
So the easiest way to do this on this computer is just to enter here, change that to TXT, and it'll ask me if I'm sure I want to do that. I'm sure. And I can see all of those, what that looks like right there. Okay. Close that. So go back here to this. I choose the file. I give them that. I hit submit. It's going to upload that file, and then what it's going to do is it's going to tell me between 5 or 10 minutes after this is run if there are any errors with that problem. Okay, so this is telling me 105 of 105 of my requests contain errors because there's no data in there, but if there was data, and if there were errors, we could go here to check progress and click view, and it's going to give us the errors first and then successful courses over here secondly. So let me go back here to this one. That was one I just submitted. So successful courses, then it lists the course requests, course code, and that course was created. So this will be actually really important when you're running multiple course uploads, that you check this to ensure that there wasn't a problem.
Okay.
The most common problems that we run into is the course already exists, and they know that by that unique CRN number. If that happens, it's going to create a duplicate course shell without a CRN number that we need to go then move to canceled courses or delete the course shell. There could be other errors like spaces in the term code or spaces in the course code, but you'll want to check that about 5 to 10 minutes after you run it.
Okay.
Okay, so the first step of this is to create the course shell. And I'll show you how we keep track of that, and that is with this status sheet. It's hard to see on this monitor because there's not a lot of room, but we have, let me scroll down here to the bottom. So here's Margaret Cooney's request. You can see that her course shell, the MCU run has been done, so her course shell has been created. And we just have people initial when they've made progress here. So if you create that course shell, you put your initials right there.
Oh, I put it myself.
Yep.
Okay.
So just go ahead and type right in here. And then the next step is to put the professor in. Well, I guess one of two steps is either SciCat or put the professor in. You don't have SciCat access yet, but when you do, that'll be the next step.
Okay.
So we take that same, okay, so I should just mention, so you get the course shell in, the next step is to put that professor in, because if the course shell's there and they can't access it, it doesn't do them any good.
Okay.
So the next step is to put the professor in, and we have an automated sheet for that too.
How do you put the professor in?
Let me show you here.
Okay.
So we have this professor enroll sheet. Let me just delete this here real quick, because, wait, is that 417? That's recent. I won't want to delete that. Someone's working on that one. So this professor enroll sheet here takes the professor information that we got from them, so it takes their username and their first and last name, and says, assign Kevin Roxas to this CRN number and enroll him in that course. And basically, you just download this file, download as text. You should download this one as a TXT file. And then you have to do something kind of wonky with this. I'm sure it'll be easy for you, but it's something that you have, it's really specific about the file format. So the last one requires comma-separated value between the values in the columns. This next format, the bulk enrollment professors, requires pipe delimited files, which simply means that the comma needs to be replaced with the little pipe. And the pipe symbol is this symbol on the keyboard right here. So I'll show you how I do that. I just use TextEdit, but you can use Notepad on PC. So here's this file here. Oh, do you know what? That's not the file. I needed to download that file. Download as. I'm sorry, I need to download this one as a CSV. I'm sorry. So you download the first one as a, well, both of them. First one is a TSV, the second one is a CSV. We also then, at the end, when we do this process, need to change this to a TXT file. So I'm going to go ahead and open this with TextEdit, and you can see here I have all of that data separated by commas. I just do a Control F, and I say find commas and replace with pipes. And the pipe symbol looks like that, and I say, hey, replace all. And I have this perfect data set here. So I'm going to go ahead and, because I'm not going to run all of these because these have been enrolled, I'm just going to process one of these and show you what an error looks like with this form. So I'm going to hit save. Normally you just replace the pipes with commas and you're good to go, and then change the file extension to TXT. Are you sure? Yes. And we go back to those administrative pages, and at the bottom of the Program Admin tab, under Automated User Management, we're going to select Upload a User Management File. Next. Choose File. And I'm going to browse out to that file I just renamed. Upload and validate. And then it'll upload that file and then process those instructors into those courses. This says the file's been submitted. To view the status, just like the multiple course upload, we need to check the status about 5 to 10 minutes after it runs. Sometimes it's quicker depending on how many people are on that run. This is going to be really quick because there's just one. And it tells you, so here's the file name, submitted by, tells you when it's submitted, tells you that it passed pre-validation, and it says it's completed, but the processing status report isn't there, so I'm going to click on this one because this is exactly the same. And so here it can say, it'll say user updated, and that the course enrollment was successful. This is also really important to check because if there was an error with any of the data in the fields in enrolling these professors, it'll kick us back an error. And you can see what that looks like here. So here's a completed with errors report. We hit report complete. And here's some examples. So couldn't enroll user, course cannot be found based on call number provided. That means the system said, I tried to enroll Tammy in this call number that you gave me, but it doesn't exist.
Okay.
So try again. There's another really common error, and that is this user has been enrolled at the node level as a student, so we can't enroll as a professor. We'll need to process that manually.
Okay.
So let me show you how to do that. So I'm going to say this is Maggie Baroque.
Mm-hmm.
So this is her username here.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to put her in this course. And I'm just going to copy this out to a little spreadsheet here so I know where it is. Now we don't have the course title, but we can start by searching for this call number. So we go over here to Manage Users at the very top of this,
Mm-hmm.
and we click Enroll Users.
Okay.
Now we're going to start with the username, because it's going to ask us who are we enrolling. Just go and click right here, and then a login ID field.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's going to ask us where do you want to enroll them. Let's go ahead and select here. And I actually don't know where or what term she wanted to be enrolled in, but I can figure that out based on this call number. So that's 2014-10, which means it's going to be fall 2013.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see from this giant drop-down menu there are lots of
Yeah.
fall 2013. You're going to be working with just the Campus eCompanion term.
Okay.
So, or term. So there's Campus eCompanion for fall. Here it is for summer. So let's go back here to fall. So that's a fall course. And, oh no, this isn't going to work. That's okay. So it's going to list her as a UW prof,
Mm-hmm.
or professor. And we're going to actually have to go out to the spreadsheet and figure out what course she's teaching,
Mm-hmm.
because this CRN number is not going to, we need to go back from the CRN number to the course title, because they're all listed here.
Okay.
The easiest way we can do that is go back here to the spreadsheet and search for, back here to status, and let's go ahead and search for her name. Looks like she's teaching ENR 1100 section 1. So we go back here to the admin tab, and unfortunately it lists them alphabetically, 20 at a page.
Okay.
So let's go to the next page here. That did not work. Let's go next. ENR 1101. Now we can see that there's a problem here because there are two courses with the same title.
Yeah.
It looks like this was processed twice, which means one of them will have a CRN associated with it. That means that one of them students will flow into and the other one won't. The way that you can tell is by looking at this number here, the course ID.
Yeah.
The one that's the smaller number
Mm-hmm.
is going to be the one that was processed first, which will have the CRN associated with it. So let's go ahead and select that. Oh, you know what? Why is it asking for that? Looks like there's been a problem. Let's go back here to Fall Campus eCompanion. Sorry. Next. Okay, let me try this again. Looks like somehow there's been an issue. Larry, do you know what happened there?
How two got created?
Well, like it just, I was in the place where you enrolled the people, and it said, "What term would you like?" So let's go and, oops, not that. Let's go and select Fall Outreach. I'm sorry, Campus eCompanion. Select here. And then we'll select her as a prof, and we'll go to page 2, ENR 1101, next. CC. Enroll. So now I've successfully enrolled her in this class.
Okay.
And I can go back here to this sheet, the status sheet, and if I look there, I ran this bulk report earlier, and there was that error, and I just put fail because they were a student, so I'm just going to put my initials right there, so that was done. And you'll notice the next option on our column of things to do is confirmation email sent. So I'm going to go ahead and send her a confirmation email telling her that her course has been created, that she's been enrolled as a professor. And the way that I can do that, and we'll provide you these templates for these emails.
Okay.
So I'm going to open this, and you can see here's the email I sent this morning. I'm just going to copy this.
Mm-hmm.
And create a new email. I'm going to send it from myself to her, and I'm going to copy Course RQ. Actually, I'm going to send it from Course RQ. I can just grab her email address right here.
Okay.
And I'm just going to copy this for the subject line. So send that to her. And so she knows that her course shell has been created, and we know that because KT initialed here, that her students are running over because Matt put them in SciCat, that she's in because I put her in the course, and then I'm just going to say that I sent her the email there.
Okay.
So that's a lot to take in. But that's the course creation and professor enrollment process. Oh, and there's the email that I sent to her right there. Often, when instructors are teaching classes on campus, they're using eCompanion to help them organize either their course documents, whatever that may be, PowerPoints, handouts, and also I think to keep track of grades with the gradebook. And they need help with that. So they might need TAs or an additional professor or guest lecturers or other instructors enrolled in their course. We can accommodate this, and we do that with another form that goes through the same process. So the other form is right here called Add Participants. And basically it asks each instructor their information. So they enter their name, their email address, ask them what term it is. So they want to enroll someone in math 10, 5, 10, section 1. And then we ask them, what role are they? Are they a TA, a co-instructor, an eCompanion student? And an eCompanion student might be someone who they want in the course as a student view, but we don't get charged them, so whatever they want is fine. Or if they want a student test role, that's fine too. So let's say put them as a TA, John Doe, and it's imperative that we get their correct URL email address. So they submit that. And just like the data that flow, I'm not sure what the past tense of that is, went into this form, this is going to go into the additional participants form. And you can see a whole list of those here. And we basically follow the same process that we do for adding professors. We take this data and we mush it around a little bit. We separate the ID from their email address. We assign a term code and a call number to create this, or the term code to the NCRM to create the call number. And we go over here that says user enroll sheet. And this is just the ones that are in queue and processing right now. And we do the same thing. We go File, Download as a CSV. We open it up. I use TextEdit, but you can use WordPad. I do Control Find, and I replace commas with pipes. And I replace all. I save, and then I change that file extension to TXT. And then I go ahead and upload it here to the back end under Program Admin, Automated User Management. Upload user management file, hit next, choose file, and then choose that file I just changed to the pipes and the extension to TXT. So same process as enrolling professors, but it's for additional participants. We found that at the last fall semester, we had as many additional participant requests as we had course shell requests. And that makes sense because instructors that are using eCompanion are probably using it heavily, and they need TAs or need guest instructors to help them in that process. So what I've showed you now is the process if everything goes right. Now let's look at where things or when things go wrong. So I told you that the error reports were pretty significant in helping us track down problems. Let's go here to, I'm here under check progress on our multiple course upload, and I'm going to go ahead and check this request. And I see a number of problems here. And what I see here is that a duplicate call number, this course already exists. Essentially what happened here is that this MCU got ran twice. And there's a reason for that. When you run the MCU downloadable, we have to go in here and highlight the cells that we ran and delete those rows. someone didn't do that, which is why when the next person came and downloaded that, it ran them twice.
Okay.
So this is true with the MCU downloadable, as it is with the professor enrollment, as it is with the additional participants enrollment. So you have to go through and clear those out.
Okay.
Because it doesn't recognize, it processes these as in batch, not cumulative. So it doesn't know that, oh, I already enrolled Randy Prime. It doesn't know that I already created those course shells.
Okay.
So there's a problem. How do we fix it? We have to go to, let's see here, edit courses. And I'm not sure if I can do it this way, but I'm going to try. Make common edits to multiple courses. And I might be cursing here in a moment. We'll see. Fall 2012, 13. There it is. I think so. I think I am going to be cursing here. And I'm just going to look for duplicates. So here we can see, here's a duplicate. Oh no, that's not a duplicate. Never mind. Oh, but here are two that I can delete these without. These are my test ones. Hit next. Yep. I'm cursing. I'm sorry. We don't go to edit multiple. We go to edit a single course. We have to do these one at a time.
Okay.
So we're going to go back to fall 2013 Campus eCompanion. And it's listing them here by display code, which is really helpful to identify duplicates.
Okay.
So if we look here, these look like duplicates, but they're different section numbers.
Okay.
But if we go down, this is a duplicate here. And again, the course that has the lower ID is the one with the CRN, which is the first one processed, which is the one we want to keep. Well, we can confirm that by selecting that, hitting next. And when we see there's no CRN number here under the call number, there's none listed, we know this one is duplicate. Now, there's no way to easily delete this. There's no delete button, that's to say. But there is this canceled courses. So we just go up here to term, and we move that to term canceled courses.
Okay.
And then we hit next, submit, and we go back to search results and do it again. So when we create duplicate course shells, it's a pain to clean them up, but we need to.
Okay.
So here we can see chemistry, same thing. Number 85, go ahead and hit next. No CRN, so this is one we need to get rid of. Cancel courses, next, submit. Return to search results. So let's go back to another type of error and see if we can find something. So I'm back here in the multiple course upload, check progress. I'm not finding any new errors. Let me scroll down here. Let's go to way back. How about this one? We're going to find a new error. Okay, so here's one. One of the more required fields, term ID, in this record request is blank. And that's a problem. And the reason that problem was caused was because there was a problem in the assembly of the data that we needed to create the MCU form. Okay. When that happens, you let me know that there's a problem, and what we do is we look at basically this usable data sheet. We just make sure that all of this data is being calculated properly. And you'll learn, and this seems really daunting now, but you'll learn the nuances of these things. But let me show you an error with, let's go back here to this, an error with the way that users are being processed. We've got automated user management, view user management file status, and let's go here. So here's one. The password is invalid.
Okay.
Essentially, it randomly assigns a password that isn't actually being used, doesn't update the password if they already have one, but it had improper characters. Okay. And if we go back here, we can actually look at this came from the additional participants list, and we look here at this, and it's compiling this password for us. So if we have a problem with it, we can just type a letter and let it be, so we know it's going to accept a random letter, and then re-download that and process it again.
Okay.
Or we can create that manually. So in this case, we know Anna Marie Hart needs to be associated with this course. So we can go to Enroll Users. Let's see here. Manage Users. Enroll Users. And let's go ahead and search by Anna Hart. Nope, that's not her. So let's go ahead and grab her username here. Ann M. Hart, it says. Let's go ahead and double check that, because that might be part of the problem here. Next. There she is. And when this request came to us for Ann, we can actually go here to sheet 1 and see what they want Ann to be. We just got to scroll over here. And it looks like they want Anne Marie Hart to be a co-instructor for this course, which is nursing. Nursing 5285. So let's go ahead and find Nursing 5285. And I can already see the problem here, and that's that this is an outreach course. That's okay, we can still do this. So 5285. So I should mention that at UW, there are section numbers that help us identify which departments they're, maybe not departments, but rather outreach classes that are designated by section 40.
Okay.
Hybrid or video are section 80, is that right? Are audio section 60?
Yeah, I believe. I mean, it's 40, 60, 80 are the outreach sections.
Okay. Section 50s are UWCC. Essentially, if you run across any request with a section number that's above 39, you know that it's an outreach course.
Okay.
And that's not going to be in the campus eCompanion term. That's going to be in a separate term. So in this case, we're going to actually look for that, just to give you an idea of what that's like. So we need to look for Nursing 5285 to add Anne Marie Hart. So we go back here to this admin pages, and actually, let's go and look at that CRN too. Oh, it's for summer 2013, so that's going to be 2013-30 in the CRN number. Is that right? Yeah. So it's going to be summer 2013. Now, unfortunately, there are a number of summer courses or summer terms for outreach. I don't know which one this is in. So there's an easier way to look for that. If we need to look for that backwards, we can go here to Program Admin, Edit Courses, let me just grab this CRN number here. And we can search by call number. So this is going to be 2013-30, that, and we hit Next. And here it is. This is in the summer 2013-12 term. So now we can go back and enroll her in this course, in the summer 2013-12 term. So Manage Users, Enroll Users, Anne Marie Hart. That's going to ask us which term, and we know it's the summer 2013-12. Anne Marie, next. And we're going to enroll her as a professor. And now we're going to look for nursing. I think it was 5800, but let's double check. Let's go here to next. 5825, 40. So that's right, 5825. So we go ahead and hit next. And then I just put my initials here under enrollment comment so we know on the back end who's doing what, and we can track that. Now there's a way I can easily check to make sure that Anne Marie Hart was actually enrolled in this course. So if you are corresponding with an instructor who says, I submitted my request, but I'm not enrolled, or I submitted my request for this person to be enrolled, and you think you've done it, the spreadsheet thinks we've done it, we can confirm that by going here to Administrative Login. And this basically will take the system or make the system believe that you are that person.
Okay.
So I'm going to search for Anna Marie Hart, and I'm going to, oh, I have to search by user ID here. Oh, I need that to have no spaces. So you search by whatever you what the heck? That is your user ID. Anna Hart. Okay, there we go. Ann M. Hart is your user ID, apparently. I'm going to log in as her, and I'm going to look at that spring term and then see if I see that class. So I should be able to go here to Academics, Summer 2013-12, and there's that course I just enrolled her in. So if there's ever a question of, did that, what I did actually work, there's a way to check that.
Okay.
So I should pause at this point to know this is a lot to take in. It seems monumental, which is partially why we're recording it, so you'll have this for later. But we'll pause here and see if you have any questions.
I don't have any questions
Yes.
yet. Got your head spinning.
Okay.
I mean, not yet. But if we can, shall we try like to kind of do a simulation, something like I would do, and in the process I can ask questions?
Certainly, certainly. So how about, let's go and look here at the sheet. I'm just going to pause this real quick so we don't grab, and I'm just going to take you out to here. Oh, perfect. So you're an, oops, that's okay. Go ahead and click here. And we can just refresh this page. Oh, it's waiting for Google. Give it a moment there. Let me just close this here. Well, what the heck? Normally Google is on, problems like this. Okay, we'll give it a moment.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm not sure what's happening here. You can go ahead and pause this again. Okay, so you're driving, and you're a campus faculty, and you're going to go ahead and submit. Go ahead and submit a request for a course website.
Okay. I can type whatever.
Yep. So you have an eCompanion ID, is that right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so let's go ahead and use your information, and it'll associate this account with you.
Okay, my information. Let me see. You won't let me log in using my information here. Whenever I try to log in, I had to go through WireWeb.
Oh, we won't need to log in here. We just need to put your information here.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's okay. So my first name and last name.
Right.
Okay.
And that form just keeps scrolling down.
Okay. Here first. Okay. Oh, preface. What's the CRM gonna be?
Go ahead and make up a number.
Oh, okay.
5.
Additional. Gosh, yeah. Submit.
Okay, that's it. Great.
Oh, there was an error. Okay.
Now, if you scroll back up to the top, it'll give you the confirmation. Just take your fingers and scroll back up.
Oh, okay.
Other way. There you go. So it basically says your request has been received. So now to process this, we're going to go to the Campus eCompanion request forms 2 tabs over to the left.
This one.
And we're going to download the. Well, let's go and scroll to the bottom here so you can see your request that came in.
Okay.
And on the Mac, if you just take 2 fingers and push it away from you, it'll go down.
I did. Let me see.
Oh. So take 2 fingers and you go like this.
Oh, okay.
So push it away from you. There we go. It's like if you're sliding paper.
Okay.
It's going to scroll down on probably the 490s. Right there. So there's your request. And it says Igor, it has your last name there, it says your email has been sent, it has your telephone number, and now if you take 2 fingers and swipe this way, you can see the rest of it. Everything from term code, credit hours, the semester term.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what we're interested in is this MCU downloadable here. Just go ahead and click on that sheet, and what we're going to do is it's going to show us this top enrollment. It's going to show us basically what we need to download to give to eCollege to create that course shell.
Okay.
And also Google Docs is having some trouble today. Oh, it's not there yet. So let's go look here at usable data. What may be happening is that data goes from that sheet to one that basically translates it so we can use it here in usable data.
Okay.
Some formulas are taking a while to calculate. That's what's happening here. So the data is going from one sheet to another to another to another to get to here, and that takes some time. Normally this isn't an issue because we're not processing requests in real time.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So normally the request comes in the morning and we're doing the afternoon. Or, yeah.
Or at night and in the morning.
Let's go and refresh this. We close some of these other tabs here. The Google Docs is not liking this today. So let's just go ahead and open this again. Campus eCompanion. MCU downloadable. Oh, it almost had it. We're almost getting there. There we go. So you can see there's your course. Now we're going to go ahead and save this as a comma-separated value file. The way we do that is go to File and Download As. And it's just going to download this spreadsheet for us.
I mean the whole spreadsheet, right?
Right. So we're going to File.
Okay.
Download As.
What if some of these were already created, some of these on the spreadsheet? How do you know?
So I don't understand. I don't think. Which part?
Like here, the whole page, right? You have this spreadsheet. We have so many information, so much information here, right? You know, we have that many lines. How do you know that, like line 27, 28, 29 have not already been created in the course shell?
Absolutely. It's a good question. So what we do with this MCU downloadable is as soon as we download and run this, we're going to delete line 1, and then it's going to be blank. So you'll know there's something that needs to be done if it's on this sheet. If it's on this sheet, it hasn't been processed. If it isn't on the sheet, it has been.
Okay.
Yep, so go to File. And I should also mention that this just automatically repopulates. So if someone submits another course shell, it's just going to flow to line 2 or line 3 or line 4 until we process that.
Okay.
So go ahead and download.
And even though you're saving the entire sheet, you run the next process, that's fine. It ignores all the rest of it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Plain text?
We're going to download as a CSV.
Oh, CSV first.
CSV, TXT is going to be the format we're going to get it to.
Okay.
Just go ahead and click. So on my Mac, go ahead here to Finder.
Oh, here.
And there you can see that top one. Go ahead and right click on it. So on Mac, just a double or 2-finger click.
Okay. No.
That's okay. And then click Open with. You want to open it with Text Edit. And then, do you know what? we don't have to do find replace on this one because this isn't a professor. I'm sorry, so we can close that.
Mm-hmm.
All we have to do is go ahead and rename that. So if you click enter, so if you hit the enter key, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and click right there.
Right click, right? And then extension?
Yep, so we just want to change it to TXT.
Okay.
Perfect. It's going to ask you for sure, and I'm not sure how this might work on the PC.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it looks like there's already one by that name. So go ahead and click there again.
This one. Right click again?
I think if you right click or you just hit enter, it'll let you enter. Yeah. We just have to add a number at the end of this, so because there's another one called that already. So I always just do the date. So 5, say the 7th.
9.
9.
Mm-hmm.
13. And then we can just go ahead and change that file so it's TXT.
TXT.
Mm-hmm. And then go ahead and enter. All right, are we sure? Yes, we're sure. So now we have to upload that to eCollege.
Okay.
So go ahead and go back to the web browser. Just click anywhere here down here.
Mm-hmm.
And go here. And let's go ahead and log in with online UW and eCompanion, that very first option.
Oh, okay.
Right there. I'll go ahead and log.
This actually you have, so go ahead
Okay.
and put in
Okay.
the program admin.
Perfect.
You know your password.
Even when I try to log in, like using my username and password, it always tells me that it's not correct. I have to go through YWeb every time I'm inside. Yeah.
Oh, it's because your YWeb password and this password might be different.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking here, like, for now.
Yeah, they must be different. We can change that though.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
So you're gonna pull this account to give them that password. Okay. So Larry's on the back side in the admin pages here looking up your account.
okay.
And he'll give us your password. So we can log in and we can show you how to change that too. And while he's doing that, I'll just tell you something that might be helpful to you to know if people ask you this or if you ever run into this issue. Is we have this password help page here, which allows people to enter their user ID, and it'll send them an email that will allow them to reset their eCollege password.
Okay.
That's just useful information to have.
Okay.
That's just under password help. Okay, so
that's the password associated with this account.
Oh, I can't remember.
Okay, we use it this once, and then as soon as we go in,
Okay.
you can change it.
and you want to have you have two accounts to the eCollege now. This account, which you'll use for your student work, and this admin account, which you'll use for administrative duties.
Okay.
And you want to make sure that you use this account for that. You won't actually have administrative duties on the other account.
So the other ones won't work for
But you certainly don't want to go to class with this account because you'll be able to see
Okay,
all kinds of things.
Yeah, yeah.
you. And so now go up to My Profile, upper right there.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Click on that window.
My profile. Oh, here.
Yeah. And
New password.
enter whatever password
Okay.
you'd like to use. Yeah, you should be able to scroll down. So
Update.
Right there. Update. Great. So your profile's been updated. So that'll be your new password for this account.
Okay.
So we have that file we have to upload to eCollege.
go ahead and click on Home, which is kind of
Here.
not real visible. There you go. All right.
Now you'll do most of your work in the administrative pages.
So
which
here.
is there. Yeah. So when you click there, and you'll see that interface that I was working in. Now, there are two places, remember, that will be here: the multiple course upload tool and the audited user management. We're going to start with MCU, so you're just over it.
Here.
Go up two more. Right there.
Here.
Oh, one down. MCU
One
upload.
Oh, okay. This one, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So multiple course upload.
Okay.
So I'm going to click that. And then it's going to ask us to choose the file, and I think it'll let you just browse out to that most recent one that's going to be on the top there.
This one.
Perfect. Go ahead and hit open. And then hit submit. Top right.
So, okay.
Oh, there you go. What? Let me look at this real quick. It says that there was a problem, but let's just look here at this. Let me unpause this real quick. What it's saying is there was an error. So we had a small problem there with, we need to download it, not as I said before, as a CSV, but download it in this plain text format. What's odd is that it doesn't actually give you a TXT file, it gives you a TSV file.
Yeah.
Then we update that extension. And then we go back here to MCU upload. Let's just do that again, and then that's going to work. Submit. This is what you should have got a moment ago. Which is that right now it's processing that file.
Okay.
And now here we say 104 out of 105. So there's 105 fields there in that thing. That's where you noted that they were already filled out, but there wasn't enough information. So it's saying one request was processed. And that's fine because there was only one request.
Okay.
So if we go here to check progress, which is right here underneath MCU.
Oh, here.
Right there. Yeah. We can go ahead and hit the view status or view button right there. And here are the errors. Let's look at successful. And there you go. So here's a successful course request for your course. And that's going to be in the summer term. That's the course code. There's the course title. Now let's enroll you as professor. So let's go back here. And let's go to, if you click this button here, to the right.
This one.
Yep. We're going to look for the prof enroll right there. And then we're going to download this one as the CSV file.
Oh, my name is not on here.
It's going to be down here at the bottom.
Oh,
so
somewhere.
Let's
Okay.
go ahead and scroll down so we can see that.
Okay.
Oops.
I'm not really good with math.
It's good. It's multi-touch, so it uses all your fingers to get input. Okay, so you're going to be here at the very last one.
Okay.
Yep. Now, before we do that, let me show you what I would do to delete these, because I ran these this morning and didn't delete them. So I'm going to go here and delete rows 1 through 63.
Okay.
And what this is going to do is going to move yours right to the top.
Okay.
So we're only processing that one because it's the only one that's important. Okay, so we're going to go to File, and we're going to download this one as a CSV. Oh, so this is on a Mac. This is strange. This is the Chrome file. We want to go to the document file.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Download as, and we're download as a CSV. And this, we need the CSV for this one because it's the professor one.
Okay, so I here.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
That's right. And that just separates those columns with the commas rather than the.
So that you do this when you are enrolling as a professor.
Yep, or additional participants.
Okay.
So when you're creating courses, it's the TSV that we then change to the TXT.
Okay.
And it's the CSV that we change to the TXT. So let's go here to the Finder, which on the Mac, so Windows Explorer. And remember, we have to open this with text edit. So go and right click.
This one, right?
Open with. And that's going to be that third option there. And this is the one we have to replace commas with pipes.
Okay. So how to find?
Yep, so on a Mac, it's just Control F. I think on a PC, it's going to be...
Control F.
Right, I'm sorry, it was Command F on a Mac.
The command, yeah.
So we want to find commas.
So this is already selected here.
And then replace, and this will look different on Notepad, but it's possible. And replace it with pipes.
It is a pipe.
Yep, and it's going to be Shift in that key. Otherwise, it's a forward slash.
Okay.
So Shift.
Shift.
There we go. And then replace all. That just goes through the whole thing and just replaces all the comments with
Okay.
them. Go ahead and hit done. And then we'll want to save this file.
So now I could save.
Yep, so file, save.
I go here.
Yep,
or-
right there. That's
Oh.
right. File, save. And then we can go ahead and close that. And then go here to change that file extension to txt.
This one, right?
Let's go ahead and click there. Actually, the easiest way is just to click with one finger
Mm-hmm.
and then hit, oh, there we go.
Okay.
Yep. Great. Use text. Oh, and this is the same thing we ran into a moment ago. We have to give it a, we have to assign some numbers at the end because it's not going to let us rename it. This is the process we developed after we decided it took forever to enroll professors.
Yeah.
TXT. So I'm gonna give it a name. What?
Go ahead and 5, 9, 13 this.
5, 9, 13.
There we go. So now we have to upload that.
Okay. Here, right?
That's right.
And then, one second. I'm going to go on single cursor first.
So these are being used when we're going to create courses, but we're enrolling professors now.
Okay.
So this is going to be under automated user management.
Oh, okay.
It's the last option there. So you're going to be concerned with this one
Mm-hmm.
and this one.
Okay. It's an upload user management file.
That's right.
Then I.
Let's go ahead and hit click next right here.
Oh, okay, here, next. Okay. And then it's the file. And the first one here.
That's right.
And then upload and validate.
That's right. The validation failed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's look at this. That shouldn't have failed. Let's try that one more time. So when this happens, if this happens, I think the reason this is doing this is because we're just reprocessing one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Easiest way I think to fix this is just go ahead and delete these extra values, and then hit save, and then we can run that again. I think this is common when you're running just one file at a time.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and do that and see if that fixes that. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so if we had 20 rows of faculty, then 100 more
Right.
fields.
It works
We
fine.
wouldn't even need to worry about that.
Right.
Huh.
Mm.
View user management file status. So we want to check to make sure that that works. So we can click there, and you can see that it's completed and it's processing,
Mm-hmm.
and it passed validation. And you can see here other files here failed validation, so they didn't even get to processing, they failed.
Okay.
To get back here, so if you go on to other things,
Yeah.
you just go here to automated user management,
Mm-hmm.
view user management file status,
Mm-hmm.
and then hit next. And we'll give it just a couple seconds, and this will let us, hopefully this will let us view that status to make sure that you're enrolled.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, so that's okay. Here's what we can do. We can actually check to see if you're enrolled.
Okay.
So I'm going to have you log in here as your student profile, and that
Okay.
password's going to be the same one that I just showed you a moment ago, not
Okay.
the one you changed it to.
Oh, okay.
So essentially what you've done is you've taken your profile and said, I'm a professor, please create this course shell, and please enroll me as a professor in it.
Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna go here.
On academics.
Right. And if you look under,
Or here.
is that the one you, yeah, Spring 2013 Campus Campaign, there it is. So here's your very own course shell where you're listed as a teacher.
Okay.
So this is what you're doing for instructors. You're taking their request and
Mm-hmm.
putting it into this. Now there's another piece of this that involves associating students with that course shell. So basically telling Banner to send those students
Yeah, to that course shell.
to the course shell. That's more involved. But we don't give them access to that. We'll show you that, and then we'll show you that quickly, and then know that we'll set aside some time for more in-depth training
Okay.
later when you get that access, because it's something that it seems straightforward, but it's an application that looks like it was written in like 1993. It's not so great. Okay. So before we leave this, let's go ahead and move this course shell to canceled courses. This is not a real course.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So let me show you how to do that. Actually, I'll just walk you through. Oh, so what's happening here is that this corner is called the hot corner. So when you move your mouse up to here quickly, it thinks, okay, make everything blown up.
Oh, okay.
Let's go move back over here to administrative pages. And this is where you're logged in as an admin person.
Okay.
And what we're going to do is we're going to go to edit courses right here. And this is where we go to delete duplicates or move courses to cancel courses. We're going to edit a single course. Next. Yeah. And we can search by call number, or we can search by course title or course code. The other thing we do is we can list all courses in a term. So if we click this here, what were we going to say, Larry?
Just that when there's duplicated shells, you go in here to see which one has this call number.
Right. So let's go into fall. Did we put that in fall?
I cannot.
No, I think it wasn't this spring's.
Oh, it was spring. Okay, so spring 2013 Campus eCompanion.
Yeah.
Right there.
And then.
So it'll go ahead and click next here, and it'll list all of them.
Okay.
So we want to look for, was it English?
Yeah, English. Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and scroll down. It looks like there's 370 course shells, so we just need to find yours. They're alphabetized by display code, so yours are probably going to be just a few pages in. We're in the C's.
So you will get skilled at guessing, where
Yeah.
show up.
This is one of the main frustrations for me. I just want to be able to find things easily.
Okay.
That's N. What were your numbers?
Here. It's here. This one.
Oh,
Right.
there it is.
Yep. So then the top right next, and that's something to think about with eCollege. Remember with eCollege is that it puts those like higher level navigation options up at the top right.
Yeah. And then now
So we want to delete this course. And because there's no delete option, we have to
go to cancel the
cancel
classes.
courses.
Yeah. So it's
And
gonna
that's
be
going to
here.
be their term. It's going to be all the way at the top.
And do you have them clear the call number?
Yeah, because we don't. Before you hit next, if you don't know if that call number is going to be used, if it's a real call number, let's go ahead and delete that out of there too.
Oh, this one.
Nope. Down under call number, where it says 3 credit hours, number 1.
2013.
Oh, here.
Right.
Okay.
Highlight.
Oh. And then next.
Yep. And that's going to move your course from the semester it's in now to cancel. So hit next there. It'll give you, are you sure you want to do this? And you'll say yes by hitting submit.
Okay.
And then you'll get a confirmation screen saying it's been done. There you go. So now if we go back over here and we hit refresh, you no longer have a spring 23. If we look under canceled courses, you have that there.
Okay.
So you created a course, you enrolled yourself as a professor, and then you move that course to canceled courses.
Okay.
So let me show you SciCat.
Okay.
Need a break?
No, I'm fine.
Sure. Okay. Now I need to remember how to get into SciCat. And I can't, so I'm going to look for my email for this.
Okay.
This really nice email from somebody on how this works. I got this email on the 18th, so I can't remember. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the UW website and look for it. Larry, how do you get there?
I got a bookmark.
What? Oh, you know what?
Check the box.
I think I remember that. So when you get your, oh, here it is, right here. I found it, Larry. So when you get access, I actually need to do this in Safari because Chrome doesn't support this.
Oh, it doesn't?
And it's just because it's a Java thing. I'm just going to close all of these and open a new Safari. Blocked plugin? Are you kidding me? Okay, well, let me... Won't let me here. And this is because banner... Oh. Let me just try this one more time. Okay, preferences, security, always allow, done. Okay, I'm going to remind me later on the update here. And this is a Java application, so it takes a little bit to initialize. Let's see if I can remember this.
And these will be your regular Wild Web credentials.
Okay.
It's just like when they give you special permissions, it's still to that account.
Okay.
Yep. So then you type SciCat up here at the top, and you're given this interface. If you know the term code, you can type it in. And if you don't, there's this little handy thing here. I think it's probably much easier to type it in. So let's go and go to 2013-30, the summer 2013 courses. And let's go find a course to work with. Let's go to here, and let's go over to sheet 1. And I'm going to search for a course I know the professor is wanting students in. Actually, let me find her name. Oh, it's right here. This is her CRM. Now, unlike eCollege, which requires that really big CRN number with the term code, we're just going to deal with the 5-digit one. If I look here, these are all of the CRNs that have been associated already from or for this term. We're going to go to Record, Insert. See, there's a blank one. We're going to paste that CRN number, and if we've done it properly, the course information will flow right over. And you can see it's not. There's a problem. So let's go ahead and look and figure out why that is. So here it is, and let's look at the term, summer 2013. This is a section 1, so that actually should be working fine. So this is possible for a couple reasons. Either the course we've gotten the wrong CRN, or the CRN is already being used. That is, that it's already been entered to flow that over. So we can actually look at it because it's ordered as it should be. So let's go look for 722, and we can see that, is that right? Let's look for, 3207. That's the number we're looking for. 3207. So let's go ahead and look here for, there we go. And we could see here's 3207, finance.
Okay.
And you want to make sure that you check, so when you enter this, you check this box here next to it, which tells it to send that to eCollege.
Okay.
So at any time if there was a problem with the creation of a course shell or students weren't flowing over, you go here and recheck that box. It'll resend those enrollments.
Okay.
Did I say that properly, Larry? Okay. I feel like this is the part of this process that I'm most unfamiliar with, or the least comfortable. This also keeps a record of, you can see who has done what. So this was done by Matt at 14:14, so about an hour ago, just across the hall. So you go ahead and, again, insert a record, insert a new record. If you get it right, it'll populate the course information, your user information, Matt, and then check that box.
Okay.
Okay. So was there a reason you scrolled that far down?
I just like to go have my records out at the bottom, but it doesn't matter where you do it.
Right. It doesn't matter. So,
Okay. But I wanted to show him all of the requests, or all of these here. Like, and that's not actually doing much because it's slow. So again, it looks like it was designed in 1983. It kind of functions like that. It feels like it functions like that. But this is perhaps the most imperative process of this whole thing. Because if students don't get in their course shell, all the work that we've done at this point is really moot. It's just the instructor and you and I can see it. So this is the last step in the process. It is important for me to point out that you can't do SciCat until the course shell is up.
Okay.
So
this is going to be the last step.
Right. So if you do this, it's going to send enrollments, and eCollege is going to say, I don't know what to do with these. These don't belong here, and not do anything with them. And if you do that, then you have to come back in here and recheck that box.
Okay.
Uncheck it, recheck it, and then have them resend. It just causes more work.
and through most of the summer, the process that SciCat sets up runs daily. Okay. As we get near the semesters, for like a week or so before the semester, and then all the way through drop add, the process runs every 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, when instructors are frantic to get their shells up and so forth, it is the last step, but it's like, so after this, within 2 hours during that period, their class should have enrollments in it.
Okay. Yeah, they're trying to think of problems we had with SciCat. At some point, if an instructor emails you and says, my course roster in YLab doesn't match my course roster in eCompanion, you'll want to take a couple steps. The first is to ask them when they compared them. So if it's before this 2 hour period, or this period where we're doing drop ads or 2 hours, it's possible that they're still in the daily feed. And if that's happening, then we want to make sure that we check that there's not a problem, so that these enrollments are being sent, and then assure them that the course gets ran, or the enrollments are sent every day. During that 2 hour period, if it's been longer than 2 hours and they're still showing huge discrepancies, then I would go in here and uncheck this and recheck this to resend those enrollments.
Okay.
And again, this is the part that I'm least comfortable with. So both Larry and I will be able to answer questions during this process. Larry, I think, is more knowledgeable about SciCat than I am.
Yeah. I think the only caution is this is a dangerous button. So when you say select all, it just puts a check mark on all the courses, and then if that process runs, what it does is it reloads every course, and which can be really disruptive, especially if it's once the term has started. So for your task, we went through a lot of trouble to actually get that select all button, because there are times when we have needed to do this, but it's like only I or Robin probably wouldn't anymore. A total reload can fix some problems. And so if it's before the classes start, it's not that bad a thing to do. Sometimes we do it for a very good reason. But for your work where you're just adding individual courses, you should never need to do that, and so just avoid it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that what that has the potential to do is destroy groups in classes. Is that right, Larry?
Yeah.
And teachers get really irritated when we do that. So, yeah, that's good, really good advice. And again, just as it took me forever to find this, you'll get an email from Banner or the Application Security Office with this information about where to go. But I'm going to put this information in this last Google Doc that I'll introduce you to, which is right now blank, but I think will be helpful. So our previous GAs kept, and I just actually need to share this with you. What is your Google ID again?
IAKPO.
Oh, there you are. So our previous GAs kept a physical notebook of problems they encountered, and they wrote down when they talked to me and there was a solution. That's great, but I think that this will actually provide better access to information. So you can access it at home or when you're here, and it will also allow us to see where you've run into problems and have a running record of those things. So I want you to keep any notes that you have on the process, problems, troubleshooting, improvements, suggestions for us here in this document called eCompanion Notes, Problems, and Troubleshooting. So basically, these are the three things you'll be using for this.
Okay.
The request form, additional participants, the admin side of eCollege, and SciCat and Banner. This is probably a lot to take in. I don't want to save those changes. No. Yeah, so it's probably a lot to take in, but I want to just reiterate that we're here to help. We don't expect that you'll be an expert tomorrow. And if you have questions, Larry and I are both happy to help you as you get the gears turning, get your feet wet with this. And I'm just going to stop this recording.